Hi everyone, this is Brian Neal, founder of Tradetobefree.com, and this is just taking a look at what we traded today, which was actually absolutely nothing. We didn't take any trades today. The biggest one, the biggest setup this morning that we were looking for a day trade was OMER, and well, actually it might be breaking out now, but we wanted to get it above 2158, and actually, what we do is we wait until it's at least at 1/10 of 1% above 2158. So by the time I put the video out there, it was past this point here, but um, it came back to 2160, I think it was. So the entry point that I was looking for was 2161 to get above 2160. Didn't look really strong at this point, and we just kind of skipped that trade. Now it may actually break out later this morning or early afternoon. Generally, those afternoon breakouts don't work out as well, but if you get off to a real strong start, it can sometimes make a move. But again, on a daily chart, that's very strong. If you go back and look at a 1 month or 3 month chart, you can see that that's at a pretty good entry point here. We're making the higher low here and the higher high. Although again, I want to see that higher low made over more than just one day. In other words, two daily candles that make a lower low is what I'm trying to say. And didn't really do that with OMER, but again, this afternoon it might make a move, but usually we don't take those afternoon breakouts because they tend not to move as far and they're not as reliable. And I just want to show you AAOI. Never got above 86 like we talked about this morning, so we didn't take a day trade on that. We're just holding a longer term position. The rest of our longer term swing trade and also a longer term position that we're writing with the 3 Stocks to Wealth newsletter on Tradetobefree.com. You know, if it goes above this area here, 83.55 with a lot of volume, that might be a sign that it's going to go up and test the highs here and start that next leg higher, which I think it'll do. But for now, it's consolidating, moving sideways. The Bollinger Band actually is down here. I think the top Bollinger Band is down here at like 81. At this point, it hasn't even come back to touch that. So it's actually showing a lot of strength at this point. Although we got a lot of volume early on, a lot of short sellers thought that this would come down strong. And so far, it's held up really well. I wouldn't be surprised though if it went down to 81 or 80, and then we got a rebound off there. The other one we were looking at this morning was BRKS, and that was looking pretty good on a daily chart. And again, it didn't reach the entry point, which was a move above 2504. So really, 2506, 2507. Never got there, so no trade on that. We're holding Pandora on a swing trade right now, and actually broke out of its flag pattern on a daily chart. It ran up 3-4%, but now it's pulling back, and we'll probably drop a stop below the prior day's low, and that may or may not be a big ABC up pattern to 11. We'll have to see how this plays out, but so far it's consolidating, pulling back to the top of the flagpole, which is right around 930, 931. We'll see if it finds support there and moves strongly later on this afternoon. Again, those afternoon moves tend to be not as strong and less reliable. So if this downtrend resistance breaks in the afternoon, I personally wouldn't be interested in that unless it has a lot of volume coming in. And the other hold we have right now, the other short-term swing trade that we have other long-term swing trades, but the short-term trade on LPX that we mentioned this morning looked like it was going to go above the 2570 area. I think it's up like 4% from the ideal technical entry point. And once it goes up about 4% out of this pattern, it often finds resistance and starts pulling back, and that's what we're seeing now. So we get a tight stop here beneath this consolidation, and it looks like it's going to stop out for a nice little profit over the past few days. That's about it. I also want to show you too, mentioned this morning, this concept of when a stock finds support at the top of the Bollinger Band and how that can be bullish over the short term. The other stock I was thinking of for this to understand that concept is this stock here, it had the ticker symbol of XRS for a while. It's changed now to TAL. We've had many times in the newsletter over the past, the weekly alert newsletter and daily alert newsletter for the longer term swing trades on our site. This stock has performed very well out of those patterns that we follow, that we trade. But recently, it's actually moved above the top of the Bollinger Band. It did that mid part of last week, looks like. But once it did that, it came back, it found support at the top of that Bollinger Band, and then make a real strong move off of that within a day or two. And you'll often see that kind of behavior when it starts to find that support at the top of the Bollinger Band. You often see a big move within a couple days. Now, a lot of people like to start thinking about shorting once it gets above the Bollinger Band. But on these top growth stocks, when they're breaking out of good daily chart patterns, and you see that behavior where they're finding the strong support at the top of the Bollinger Band during market uptrends, they often make these nice little pops within a day or two of a few percent to 10% or more, and it's actually a bullish sign when you see that behavior. So I just wanted to explain that more with another example. So that's about it for today, guys. Like I said, day trading, I generally wrap things up, by 11:30, and I have my short-term swing trading positions on that I'll keep on for a few days. But for day trading, for getting in and out on the same day, I wrap that up around 11 a.m. But so no new trades today for me, guys. The day trading setups didn't look that great, and we'll find more later this week, I'm sure. But later this week, we'll have the big monster earnings beats, and we want to get ready for those. They'll start later this week and next week. I think we've got like 50 or 75 companies reporting earnings tomorrow. I was checking the Zacks calendar, and I think it's around 75. So earnings season is really kicking off now, and this is when we see the really big trading setups with that earnings eruptions trade, and that's much more reliable than any other trading setup I've tested over the past 2 years, and I've looked at dozens that are taught online and talked about on chat rooms and so forth. And you definitely want to get ready for earnings season and some of these big trades that come up, and have a really good strategy for trading those. And the earnings eruptions course really goes over that in detail, and will give you a great strategy for that. So you might want to check that out. It has the warranty where you can try it out, I think, on 20 trades, and if it doesn't work out for you, you're eligible for a refund of what you pay to get access to the course. So it does come with a warranty, and you can find that course on the site, and I'll put a link down below. And also, you'll see a little image come up on the video at the end of the video here, and you can watch the free presentation on that and order the course at a discount. All right. Well, thanks again, guys. We'll talk to you again real soon.